Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be compiling a list of frequently asked questions that I receive in my email inbox, and I will also be including timestamps in the description box for you guys for your purposes. So with that guys, let's get it started. So the most frequently asked question I get is this a good deal or is that a good deal? What should I do with this or what should I do with that? And people often send me a link to the car that they are targeting or they're planning to buy. Now in the past I've helped a lot of people buy their own Subaru WRXs or STIs or any other car with the knowledge that I have gained through my own personal experience. However, now with a shift in my life circumstances and some of the factors in my life, I cannot sit down and help every single person now. So for those of you who have not received any responses from me, I sincerely apologize, but this video will serve that purpose. The general rule of thumb is if you can get your out the door price, OTD, focus on that main keyword, out the door. If you could get your out the door price under the indicated MSRP price, I think that's generally a good deal. That's what I've kind of ushered and helped folks too in terms of negotiating and stuff. Now, one of the other things too is that a lot of people are asking me like, how do I negotiate to get the price that you got? Well, generally it comes down to timing and your own personal research and your own personal experience and how much money you have. So that's why I always strongly urge and indicate you guys to do all of the homework yourself. Do everything ahead of time, because don't go in to the dealership expecting them to help you. At the end of the day, they're business. They're there to make profit. Whereas me and many other folks who have done the car buying experience, we are consumers just as you. So I'm sharing with you real personal experience, and I also want you to not get ripped off. So with that, really just do all the research yourself. Make sure that you know exactly how much money you're going in with, how much you're going to put down, what your credit score is, know all the options available within your area, know the specific trim level or whichever specific car that you really want, and just Google everything. Google is your best friend. Another question I get a lot is, Tom, do you have a Subaru Ambassador coupon for me? So for those of you guys who don't know, I am a Subaru Ambassador, and long story short, Subaru allocates money to this program called the Subaru Ambassador Program, which is free. All you have to do is apply, and it's region specific. Now, there are some perks that come along with being a Subaru Ambassador. The best perks is being able to offer people a $500 rebate coupon. Now, you know, unfortunately, with the program details, they don't allow us to talk about it, which I think is very frustrating. They want us to do person-to-person interaction with customers, and they want us to specifically meet with people within our local area and help them buy their Subaru and then offer them a Subaru Ambassador coupon. Now, I might be kicked out of the program for saying this, but I've been in the program for such a long time, and I have helped well over 70 people buy their own Subarus. So if I have done this much for Subaru and they're going to kick me out of the program, so be it. I'll go to another program and I'll endorse their brand. But with that, unfortunately guys, at this point in time, I do not have a Subaru Ambassador coupon for you guys. If you guys are looking for a Subaru Ambassador coupon, I strongly recommend going onto Facebook, specifically the groups within your area. So if you guys are looking for a WRX or an STI, look for local Subaru WRXs and STI groups within your area and just post and say, hey, I'm looking for a Subaru Ambassador in this area. Is anyone local who is willing to help me? And then that's how you get to meet that person specifically. That's how you're able to kind of bypass the rules of the Subaru Ambassador program. So like I said, I cannot give you a coupon via online. I can only share it with you in person. So if I have met you and I have talked to you about how to go about engaging the dealership, then I can offer you that coupon. But if it's through the net, I cannot give it to you. So unfortunately guys, I do apologize. Do you have buyer's remorse regarding your 2018 Subaru WRX? I have owned my Subi for a little over 2.5 years now. The 3-year mark is coming up in March of 2021, and I absolutely love this car. I have no buyer's remorse at all. I've never felt that this car was inadequate or that it was lesser because an STI existed. I specifically chose this car in this trim level because I really love this car. And so one of the interesting things too before I got onto the Subaru platform is that interacting with a lot of people who own Subarus, I feel like they're a part of a cult, and you know, they're always so happy. And I finally understand now that, you know, honestly, a majority of it is the culture. There's the culture that's backing up the Subaru platform, but also with the ownership of the WRX and the STI, it's a very, very fun, user-friendly platform. Now, I've had absolutely no mechanical issues with it at all. There was a slight issue previously where I was trying to modify my vehicle, but this was something that was going to be worked out between me and my tuner, and I just didn't have that time to resolve that issue. It was honestly a very minor issue, but it was at a bad time in my life when I was going through my breakup, so I just didn't feel like there was a higher priority. So what I did was I just readjusted everything, put everything back to stock, and sold off all my parts. But now I am re-engaging back into modifying my vehicle. But yeah, I've had absolutely no issues with my WRX. I love it. I still love it to this day. The vehicle is almost paid off. I owe about $7,000 left as of this video. And so, you know, at the end of this year, if everything goes right, this car will be owned by me and I'll have my pink slip in hand. So it's very exciting. I would love to get out of a car payment. And the other thing too is that since I'm living with my family again, I've been sharing a lot of my knowledge with my my nephews, and one of them is 20, one of them is 16, and they both are falling in love with Subarus as much as I have. And I just share with them the reason why I've grown to love Subarus so much. It wasn't that one day I just decided, you know, Tom, I'm going to choose Subarus as something to fall in love with. No, it just gradually happened. It's just something that kind of happened over time, and that, you know, like, it's just something that I came to really love and I endorse now. The only thing that I don't necessarily like about my vehicle is that there are certain things like noise within the cabin, rattles and such, but those are all just normal things associated with a performance car. But other than that, those are just small gripes. All in all, I love my car. I've had absolutely no issues with it. I have taken meticulous care of it, and those who have hung out with me have seen my car in person and know how much that I love this platform and how much I know about working on these cars. So I have absolutely no buyer's remorse. If I ever were to lose my car, honestly, I would see myself back into another WRX. Not an STI because of the EJ motor. I personally don't like that motor. I have many friends who have the STI, and it's a great car, but I'm not willing to deal with the bad fuel economy and also the EJ problems associated with it and the clutter of the engine bay. I'd rather just stick to the WRX that I know very well of. Another question I get quite often is, Tom, should I modify my Subaru? And in the past I used to say no, or at your own risk, and this time around I'm going to change my answer. After owning my car for almost 3 years, I say yes, do it. The only catch is do it at your own risk. And also do it lightly. I recommend starting off lightly. Take it in stages, take it in small steps versus going big all in one go. I used to think that if I was going to modify my WRX or if I had an STI and I was going to modify it, that I was going to do it all in one go. I was just going to save up money, buy all the quality parts, have it all in one big bundle, and then install it all, and then bam, my car will be significantly faster and I'll feel the full-on difference. But now I've had a change of thought. I recommend going in small steps, so that way you get to enjoy the car a lot more, and also you get to feel the small gradual changes, and you'll get to appreciate the platform a lot more. So with the WRXs and STIs, I recommend, of course, getting yourself your little COB access port, which is this little Game Boy thing. I'm not going to make a video about the installation, but it is very, very easy to install onto your car. You just plug it into your OBD2 port on the driver's side, and you know, this is now, the price tag on this is a little bit higher now. So I bought this brand new about $700 after tax. But the reason why I bought this, I'm not going to be selling this because like I said in the previous section of this video, I love Subarus, and if my car were to croak or if I were to lose my car, I would just uninstall this COB access port and get myself a brand new Subaru, and of course reinstall this. So this is going to be a worthwhile investment on my part because I'm going to be staying in the Subaru scene. So, you know, again, with modifying your vehicle, the catch is you are risking it. You are risking that there's a potential void in your warranty, especially if something goes wrong. You're going to be taking it back to the dealership. They're going to be checking these things out because the COB access port flashes your ECU. The dealership will be able to see that. So that's just kind of the game, is that you do it at your own risk, and I recommend doing it in steps. Because another thing too is if something goes wrong, let's say you install massive parts, right? Like $2,000-3,000 worth of parts onto your car, and then something goes wrong. It's really difficult to troubleshoot and find that issue. So I recommend going part by part, step by step, so that way if something goes wrong, you can diagnose it and you can troubleshoot it immediately. So the last question I will address in this video is, so what's next, Tom? What's going on, man? You're taking a very long hiatus. What's the next big thing that you're going to do on this YouTube channel? What are your future content? So unfortunately, guys, at this point in time, I still don't know. I am taking a break from social media and I don't really know. So for those of you guys who have been following me, you guys know some of the life circumstances, the things that have changed in my life. YouTube and social media isn't necessarily one of my priorities. Health and fitness is one of them, and just like I said, reestablishing a personal and positive relationship with myself is my key goal. So on the personal side, that's what's going on with me. Financially speaking, my vehicle will be paid off by the end of this year. I've gotten really good at budgeting. So my 2018 Subaru WRX will be paid off and the pink slip will be in my hand. I'd love to show it to you guys by that time. And so that car is going to be paid off. So that's one expense done. I really want to buy my own house right now. However, the market isn't very friendly, especially here in the Sacramento area, and I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, COVID will affect the market and have the price plummet so that I could get my own space. That's my next big financial purchase, and so I'd love to get that. Once I get my house, I'd love to get a new STI, hopefully the next generation STI. I like to be an early adopter and be the first to go in, pick it up. I don't mind paying full MSRP for it, but I also want to be the first person to create content on that platform and do all the how-tos, the modifications and stuff like that. So the game plan is, if things go right, I'll get my own house, the WRX will be paid off, and I'll have a brand new STI which I'll be doing modifications on, so that way I don't have to worry about my car going kapooey. I will have two cars instead of just working on my one main daily driver. So that's kind of the loose game plan that I have at this point in time. But in terms of social media and the content that I have right now, I don't really have anything in mind. I'm kind of just doing me. Like I said, just working out, shaving my head bald, just working out, still trying to get my beach body, even though summer's coming to an end. So with that, guys, I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to be referring this video to a lot of people who are emailing me, and I hope that this will answer their question. So with that, guys, I will see you in the next video.